So that moment has come when we get to hear from Mr. Ronnie Lott himself. But before he comes up, I do want to share a little bit about him. And this is really just a little bit about him because there is really so much to say about this great man. Fearless, leader, tough, the gold standard, legendary. These are words frequently used to describe Mr. Ronnie Lott. Ronnie has been a champion and a leader in his entire life on the field, in the boardroom, and most importantly, in the community. His football career began at USC, where he was part of the 1978 national championship team and was awarded All-American and a first-round pick in the NFL by the San Francisco 49ers. With 4 Super Bowl titles and 10 Pro Bowl appearances, in 2000 he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame and College Football Hall of Fame in 2002. He's widely considered #1 safety of all time in NFL history and one of the overall best players of NFL history. But then his momentum shifted to the boardroom, and along with former teammate Harris Barton, Ronnie co-founded HRJ Capital, a private equity firm, and managed over $2 billion in assets before being acquired by Swiss private equity firm Capital Dynamics in 2009. He's based here in the Silicon Valley, and Ronnie has become a prolific investor in early-stage technology companies and sits on several boards of public and privately held companies. But what's been constant throughout Ronnie's successful football and business careers is his commitment to giving back to his community. He is the founder of All Stars Helping Kids, an organization whose mission is to disrupt the cycle of poverty and encourage innovation by seed funding startup nonprofits in the Bay Area. Ronnie also serves on several nonprofit boards, including the Tipping Point, also in the fight against poverty, and Champion Charities, which he also founded with Harris Barton, focused on finding a cure for brain tumors and helping families and their children fight cancer. In 2004, Santa Clara University awarded Mr. Lott an honorary doctorate of public service, and he's currently a member of the SCU Board of Trustees and the proud father of 2 Broncos. A man who needs no introduction, but deserving of all our utmost respect. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Ronnie Lott.
Wow, thank you very much. It's great being here today, and one of the great things is that you start to realize that there are so many moments in your life that you had a chance to interact with people. And it was fascinating to me earlier that I had a person walk up and said, "I used to wear your jersey." And I was like, "Oh, okay, that's great." And so we started talking, and as we started talking, I was sitting there going, "Man, this is unbelievable. But I'm gonna let you see my Super Bowl rings because you are what I would call a person that really understands and appreciates the moments of what we were able to accomplish." And so I'm gonna change it a little bit here though. And I'm gonna change it because, just sitting here and having a chance to spend some time with Tay and his business partner, Shane. And I'm gonna change it a little bit because one of the things I thought was fascinating to me is that, in life, you're always trying to play with people. You're constantly trying to play with people. And as I saw the 2 of them talking about their endeavor, it reminded me of the endeavor of trying to stop Jerry Rice. And the reason it reminded me of the effort is that you start to realize that there's a relationship that's bigger than life. There's a relationship that's bigger than life. What do I mean by that? Is that all of you here today, there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity that this relationship is going to change your life forever. Forever. If you look at the room, and if I decided which Bill Walsh, the head coach, he would say, that table right there, you need to come over here. So get on up and walk over here and fill this table. Some of you guys on this table right here, just come over here. And so one of the fascinating things is that, and it's just really simple, and I used to sit there and say, why, Bill, are you doing that? And he's like, but don't you know? I was like, no, I don't know. I don't know why you would want me or others to spend time with another group. And if I ask this group right here, which I had a chance to meet you earlier, if I ask this group here to kind of just work your way back to this table over here. And what's interesting to me is that right away, as we are in this endeavor of just changing moments, the hardest part is that some of us feel a little uncomfortable. Some of us feel a little uncomfortable because you're like, oh, I hope he doesn't pick me. I don't want to move. I like where I'm at. And yet, when you think about unity, one of the great things about unity is how you have to surrender all of who you are. All of who you are. And so, think about the greatest players that have ever played. And one of the things that I can tell you about the greatest players that have ever played, they all surrender themselves. Because they know that unity is more important than anything else. So, around this room, a lot of you, especially you young people, we're going to ask you to do a lot in your life. We're going to ask you to be great. We're going to ask you to dream. We're going to ask you to be able to do all the things that we wanted to do. We're going to ask you, and the reason we're going to ask you is because the great thing about living is being able to dream. So I used to come to this campus in 1981. I used to walk around this campus, and I used to dream. Probably a lot like you. Yeah, a lot like you did. Stand up. You're an alum. And I'm almost positive he would have a story for us right now. And he would have a story about what it was like. And not only would he have a story about what it was like, but he was a lot like you. A lot like you. Oh yeah, stand up. Yeah, you guys have something in common. And what I'm trying to get you to see, and what I'm trying to get you to understand is that where he's at today, he's still trying to make plays. An hour ago, I walked in, he was handing out business cards. Why? He said, any kid in this room, if you want to learn something about finance, let him know. Let him know. Come see me. Wow. Think about that. He didn't have to come here. Trying to find ways to change the dynamics of all our lives. And yet, this young man right there, in my mind, is a great player. And the reason he's a great player is because he's extending himself. One of the great things that I loved about Joe Montana is that he would extend himself. He would do something very similar. And the reason I want you to stand up is because you know what? I know this. You're going to run this place one day. You're going to run this place one day. And you're sitting here going, really? But in my head, and one of the things I saw in the book is that in my head, it's about thoughts. It's about what we believe. And the reason that I'm here is because I want you guys to understand that to come here, you gotta dream big. You gotta dream big. What does that mean? 81, I stepped on this campus, I was dreaming big. I wanted to be a Super Bowl champion. I was like, oh, this is unbelievable. I wanted to be one of the best. Trust me, every day, I was trying to be the best. I was trying to exhaust every moment. Every moment. One of the great things I love about Tay is that I already know it's not about the trophies. It's not about the award. It's about the art of being the best. It's about putting all your effort into being the best. That's why we love him. And my wife loves him because she's like, oh man, he's good looking. But in this huddle that we just developed, you should be inspired. You should be inspired. And the reason you should be inspired is that every one of you, you have a chance to do something that no one else has ever done. A chance to do something that no one else has ever done. Now, some of the parents, if you can stand up, all the parents stand up, please. First of all, I want to thank you guys. Because my dad, 80. And my dad, last week, sitting there, dealing with his heart. And I want you to know, parents, what you are doing, what you're giving, is amazing. All of you, and your sacrifices, and what you've given up. I want to salute you. And the reason I want to salute you, you guys know how hard it is to be here. So thank all of you guys as parents doing what you're doing for your kids. That is incredible. Kids, I want you to say something right now. You can. You two. Right there. You two sitting there with your, yeah. You two, stand up. Stand up. I want you to stand up. And by the way, you're going to represent, because at some point, you're going to be able to stand in front of everybody, and I'm going to let you stand in front of everybody, and to thank all the parents.
Thank you to all the parents for coming and for always showing support to all your children. It really means a lot.
Thank you to all the parents and everything she said.
Now, the reason that I did that, the reason that happened, and I'm glad you guys did that, but you guys sounded like rookies. You sounded like rookies. And then we have an old veteran here. We have an old veteran here. And this veteran right here is a veteran that I want you guys to know. This veteran right here has tried to find ways to change how we think about our ethics, about our values, about how we come to work with the compass. What I find that's really amazing to me, this veteran doesn't have to do it. She doesn't have to do it. So for you rookies, if I were you, I learned this a long time ago. Find a veteran, spend some time, try to figure out who they are, try to know all about them. Because you know what? This one right here, she wants to change the world. She wants to help you. She wants to find a way to give you a chance. In closing, because I know there's some questions. In closing, I want to say this. The reason that I came, get your respect. The reason that I came, to get your respect. When I played, I wanted to get your respect. When I die, I want to know that I gave you everything. 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 If you don't exhaust your life, then why play? Then why stand for something? Because you can't tell me that Martin Luther King didn't exhaust his life. You can't tell me that Frederick Douglass didn't exhaust his life. So as you play your game, as you play life, as you do whatever you do, give your best so people can respect you for the right reasons. For the right reasons. That's what I wanted to let you know. That's why you want to come to Santa Clara. That's why I wanted my daughters and my son. That's why some of my best friends are Gary Filizzetti, who when I saw him here, he looked like you. When I saw Bill Duffy, who's one of the top basketball agents, when I saw him here, I was like, and now he's one of the top agents. When I saw Isaac Vaughn, who was a quarterback here, and when I saw Isaac Vaughn, I was like, you gotta be kidding. He's now one of the top general counsels in the Valley. When I saw my friend back here, Parrish, can you stand up? And the reason I'm pointing them out is because I want you guys to know that's another alum that you got to touch. That's another alum that you need to touch. So thank you guys for allowing me to be a part of this. Thank you for allowing me to spend some time with you. Thank you for allowing me to be able to share with you a couple of moments. And thank you for being great parents. And thank you, students. Thank you, students, for being great kids. But on this journey to Santa Clara, find yourself, just like these two, find yourself finding great friends. Great friends. And you know what? I don't know them. I just met them. But I feel like I'm part of their family already. And by the way, that's what it should be. That's what it should be. So thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. Are there questions? Because there's always one 49er fan in the room, and then there's always one Dallas Cowboy fan in the room.